All right, welcome to January 9th, Superintendent's Update. I want to give kudos to the Seminole campus. They have 100% participation. And we may have to make this a permanent location for our Superintendent's Update. For those that are joining us over the web, welcome, and we'll hit the agenda and then give folks here at Seminole, if they've got some other questions to pose, they can. Board agenda this month was fairly straightforward. Let me kind of slide down. Rick, before you go to sleep, don't let me forget to come back to Superintendent's and Operations Update. All right. You should have received an email today from Rhonda with the 2018-2019 calendar. Next year, we will start with students, I believe, on the 9th of August will be the first day for students, and then pretty much the rest of the calendar is pretty similar to this current year. So that's kind of how we'll operate next year. If you didn't get that email from Rhonda, or maybe you misplaced it, send me or send Rhonda an email and we'll get that sent back out to you. Items 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11, and 12 all deal with personnel. I'll just start with the number 10 and then I'll kind of work from there. Andrew Adams resigned right before Christmas. Andrew lived in the Tribby, Oklahoma area. And if you don't know where that's at, I'm not going to help explain it to you other than to say it's quite a ways away from Shawnee. And so he got a job a little closer to home, and we certainly wish him well. Zach Worley turned in his letter of resignation that week right before Christmas break. And Missy Dominy, if you didn't know, her husband several weeks ago got a new job in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. And so at the end of this school year, she will be moving to Dallas. She and her daughter, and of course her son, will be, I guess, going to Baylor if everything works out all right. And then the board did approve my employment contract for the final year. And then we'll move on to item 13, which is just an item that we asked the board to approve to kind of give some flexibility in the vending activity fund subaccount, activity fund report, treasurer's report, encumbrance, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Not much happened in January to speak of at the January board meeting, so it was pretty simple and straightforward. It was board member recognition month, and several of you, perhaps within the sound of my voice, were very kind. We kind of tried in January to always express our appreciation to the board. You've got 5 board members, and those 5 board members, just as a reminder, are Gary Crane from the Prague area, Dean Evans from the Chandler area. Gary is retired at least 2 or 3 times that I know of. Has been on the board for about 12 years, and former highway patrol, former small business owner, just a super guy. Dean Evans is an optometrist in Chandler. He's been on the board just a little bit longer than Gary has, by about a year. Jimmy Gibson from the Shawnee area. He just will start his second 5-year term in February. So he will continue that. He's from the Shawnee area, former fire chief in Shawnee, currently works for Primrose in the Shawnee area. Bill Thompson represents the Seminole area. He actually came on the board 1 month after I came to Gordon Cooper. He came in March of 2005. Had to stop there just for a second, and I came in February of 2005. And then last, but certainly not least, is Tom Wilsey, who's the superintendent at Tecumseh. So that's the 5 board members. We tried to express our appreciation to them and appreciate all the support that they give everybody That is certainly a thankless job, and they do a really good job. I can tell you, as somebody who's been in the school business for a long time, having a good board is not a given, and having a good board is very important. That can either break or make a school district, and we're very fortunate that we've got 5 good people on the board that their primary interest is the kids, and they do a good job of focusing on that. So, I've stalled long enough. Lisa, any questions?
No, sir.
None whatsoever. Betty, anything?
No, I'm good.
Okay. Rick, you're tickled to be here, aren't you? All right, had a vegetarian pizza. Just want to go on record that Rick had vegetarian. What was? I didn't see anything on it. Got a little bit of meat on there. All right.
All right, we gotta go eat lunch.
Had your snack, is what you're telling me. Pam, anything? Caught you right in mid-bite, didn't
Right, you're like a waiter.
Okay, all right. Rick, you were supposed to remind me of something. Okay, I did too. Actually, I didn't. Superintendent's update and operations update. Let me give you just a little bit of information there. The court reporter program that hopefully you've heard something about. We've recently received some nice press from the Oklahoma City market, and that will start in earnest on January the 22nd. They will be conducting those classes. That's a daytime class for adults only. Scheduled to be roughly a 2-year program. Their ability to kind of shorten that window of time is based upon how much practice they want to engage in. It's not too different from cosmetology or a whole host of other programs. If they really want to get after it and practice a lot on their skills, then they can accelerate that 2 years to maybe a year and a half. If they don't, they can turn a 2-year program into more than 2 years real quickly. It's all kind of up to the student. But they will start in earnest on January 22nd. They will be at the main campus in Gemini 1 is the location that they'll be having their classes for the foreseeable future. Last month we hired the teacher in that particular area, and she started Monday of this week as her first week. So looking forward to that. The projects on the main campus that the board approved bids on a few months back. We've got a roof project that probably late February, early March will start. That's G-Wing predominantly. Shouldn't interrupt much of anything. It's just a roofing project. I think, as I mentioned to the teachers on the 5th of January, it's not a real exciting project when you're putting a roof on unless you've got a bad roof, and then it becomes real exciting for you. The other project that's pretty major, and we're still trying to sort through some details, is a substantial remodel of the seminar center on the main campus. So we're going to shift from the tables and the squeaky chairs and all the other kind of not so wonderful aspects of the seminar center, and it will go to auditorium seating. And we're going to kind of fix several other things there. We had hoped maybe to start as early as spring break on that, but that's yet to be determined. We don't know what we're going to be able to do, because to make signing day work the way that signing day needs to work, we almost have to have the seminar center. So it may be that we have to wait until the 1st of May to actually start the seminar center project. I'd prefer not to, but just things happen. One item, the 2 other items, and I've mentioned this several times just to let you know, we'll be finalizing some plans this spring for a probably bid opening April for replacement of the road around the main campus. And I'm talking about what I describe as the inner road. If you'll remember, we've done from the Four Corners by Early Care west to just beyond where Electrical Trades is at. We'll continue that around the north side, and then there's a little swath in front of Diesel that we'll do. That'll be one of the projects this summer. The other project will be a remodel of the restrooms in D&E wing. And then something that we're working on as we speak, and I don't have a lot of information for you because we've still got a lot more investigating to do, but we're looking at the possibility, hopefully within the next 24 months, if not sooner, of exploring public safety as some programs that are available predominantly to high school students. Public safety in either law enforcement or fire training. We don't know exactly how that's going to play out, but that's something that we're looking at into the future. So with that, Mike, Rhonda, Rick, Matt, Betty, I don't know if I called your name earlier. Maybe I did. I'll give you a second chance. Any questions at all? Any questions? You guys on the main campus are going to want me to go to other sites because I've never finished this superintendent's update in 28 minutes. No further questions. We're finished. Have a great day, great weekend. Stay warm. Thank you.
Thank you.